Buddy, indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell, and we have a fantastic show lined up for you today. And Addison said it right there best. Steelers pull through for Big Dave. Absolutely, man. What an amazing game that was last night. The Steelers take down the Ravens, win the AFC North on an unbelievable missed field goal by Baltimore, which was set up by a missed extra point by Pittsburgh. Just insane. But credit to the Pittsburgh Steelers. All the Steelers fans out there got the job done. Excellent. We're going to look at all the NFL playoffs because we're going to set up this week because there's a lot going on. And we've kind of come through a lot, right? Like Christmas, New Year's. It's kind of feeling like normal again today. So we're going to take the time, set up the week, do it properly. Whale said, good morning, crew. Do small things with great love, man. Absolutely, buddy. Good to see you. And Brian, can you believe it only 10 days until the first golf tournament of the year? AB, I'm going to email you after the show regarding the coming season. I absolutely love it. And anybody not following our man Brian right here, do that. He's the man. Absolutely, man. BJ Professional, dude. Guy's a stud, man. So going to bring all that to you. And I can't believe it either. Golf season's coming. Blade said, good morning, crew. Here we go. Steelers almost never. Spell dog. Good morning, crew. Good morning, y'all. All right, let's jump into it now. How did we do yesterday? 2-3. Again, not anybody that's brand new and you've made it this far with us, welcome. You're a grizzled part of the crew because you came in at a week where I just got stomped flat out. Like, we own it. You know what I mean? But yeah, so all the new folks, if you made it through this past week, I promise it gets better. All right, 2 out of 3 here. Bears money line, Bengals money line. Don't get that one. Jared Goff throws a pick. Thankfully, we get that one later in the game. Cam Ward, my goodness, goes down in the third pass of the game for him. So that stunk because we would have definitely had that. Raiders plus 4.5. We get that one. Shout out to the Raiders. Get the win and the number 1 pick in the draft. And then Aaron Rodgers doesn't throw a pick. And you know what? It's not his last game either. So shout out to A-Rod, man. Excellent job. Okay, let's jump into it for today. Pickett. Wonderful folks over there. If you're using Pickett, man, use promo code Zach Phelps, ZACKPHELPS to sign up and cash in. Yeah, great people at Pickett. And you know our man, Zach, absolute stud. So, yeah, use that for sure. Okay, let's jump into it here. Let's get into the picks. Bring it down. Okay, we've got questions to ask today. All right. First one here. Matty boy, AB, most got voided on Cam. Shouldn't give yourself an X there. Hey, we'll take it then. 2-2. That's 500. You know what? Right now, after last week, I'll take all I can get. All right. FCS championship tonight. College football. Where are you going? I'm going the under 56.5. If anybody has any FCS thoughts, please drop those into the chat. We'd definitely love to see those. Matty, I said, good morning, fam. Man, good morning, bro. How we doing, man? You doing all right? It's good to see you. All right, NBA. Knicks money line, Rockets money line, plus 125. And then Steph Curry against the Clippers tonight. We doing it? Are we doing it, Steph? Come on, baby. We Steph Curry over 4.5 threes, minus 110. Now, here's the question to ask. And we'll see Kirk in the chat. But Dyson Daniels, again, great name, of the Atlanta Hawks, over 12.5 assists and rebounds, minus 105. Now, Kirk told us in the chat last night at 11.5. Okay. So anybody who got that 11.5, nice work. But I ask it for anyone who didn't get it 11.5. We want to ride 12.5, yay or nay? Drop it in the chat. What do you think? We'll talk about it here in just a second. So those are the plays. Now, again, like we're afraid to bring an AB3. All right, what do you think about this one today? Michigan State basketball money line. We'll talk about all these games. All right. Michigan State money line basketball. Ohio State money line basketball. Look, Nebraska's on the road. If there were ever a time, because again, we don't ever jinx Nebraska. Big love for them. But can Ohio State do it today? All right, Ohio State money line. And again, you could switch that out. If you want to roll Nebraska, do that. And then the Knicks money line against the Pistons. And again, that's going to be a tight game too. So, yeah. You see Michigan State at that price. That's our anchor here. So, yeah, if you want to do some variable work there on Ohio State or the Knicks, understand it. But I'm going to roll with that one. All right. Whale said FCS championship. Montana State might win by 20. Yeah, they're minus 10 for a reason, right? Kind of thinking if we get a little blowout, we can hit this under. Okay. NFL. The playoffs are set. And as Father Whale says, the Eagles resting starters cost them the 2 seed. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. All right. Here's what we got. Your 1 seeds. AFC, Denver Broncos. NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. All right, so they get buys. You got the Patriots, Jags, Steelers, Texans, Bills, Chargers in the AFC. Seahawks, Bears, Eagles, Panthers, Rams, 49ers, Packers. Okay, so what does a bracket look like? Here you go. If you're somebody who says, hey, I like that, the seating, but I like the bracket more. Courtesy of Bleacher Report. Thanks, fellas. All right. So how does that look to you? Like before you get into spreads, before you get into anything. What do you think? What do you think about our opening matches? Or opening matches. Like I was talking like it was soccer. Our opening games. Let's look at them. Okay. So let's set up the week. All right. In the NFL, okay. In the NFL, this is the week that you have because you have college football playoff, you have the NFL playoffs. Then you're going to obviously have college basketball, NBA, all of that, right? But for the NFL and the college football playoff, we got them coming this week. So the NFL, you have games on Saturday, you have 2. Sunday, you have 3. Monday, you have 1. Okay? So we're not going to break these games in full. We got time. But I just want to introduce and set the stage. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the chat here if you see anything that sticks out. So Saturday, we have the Rams and the Panthers. Okay. Wild card weekend, Rams 9.5-point favorite, total of 46.5. Scotty Too Hot, he said, hi, AB. What's up, Scotty? Good to see you, baby. You doing all right? Addison, what wrestler is the Panthers? That's a great question. What wrestler would we give the Panthers? We need to do this for the NFL too. We're going to do that tonight. Yeah, good call. All right. Good call. If anybody has any suggestions on doing our bracket, how we did in college football, but NFL, the 1, 2, 3 kid, he's click. Let's go. Drop those in the chat. All right. So we assign wrestlers for each team. Mick Foley. Oh, nice. All right. So, yeah, look, the Panthers, 8-9. All right. A team with a losing record is hosting a playoff game. So it is what it is. 12-5 Rams on the road. So you have a road favorite of almost double digits and a total of 46.5. Oh, nice. The king. Jeff said Jerry Lawler. Nice. Blade, yeah. Panthers are 1, 2, 3 kid, the underdog that pulls the big upset. Yes, I love it. All right, that's set. Yeah, Panthers are definitely kid. All right. Ooh, hey, Mario said the Brooklyn Brawler. Nice work there. Excellent pull. Keep dropping those in, no doubt. All right, so Saturday, game number 2, Packers and the Bears. You want to start the wild card weekend? Here we go. Packers, 1.5-point favorite on the road. Is that line going to jump the fence? Meaning -1.5 for the Packers to +1.5, right? Does the money switch sides as who's the favorite? Divisional game, you already know. Oh, man, Scotty. Ricky Steamboat. Absolutely. Dude, shout out him and Flair. Nashville, back in Municipal Auditorium. Dude, tore the house down. Oh, Tina, good morning, everyone. Tina, good morning. We were just talking about your Chicago Bears. So good to see you. Oh, Johnny Boy said Hacksaw, keep pounding Jim Duggan. That's a good one. That's a real good one, dude. Ho! Packers and the Bears. So you got a divisional game. You've got fan hatred, team hatred, all of it. What an amazing wild card game this is going to be in Chicago. Now, take a look at the weather here. All right. Again, you're looking at weather projections a week in advance, right? But going to be cold in Chicago. Surprise, surprise. All right. Let me pull this full screen. Sunday, we have 3 games. And again, we'll break all these down in full. I just want to set the table. Bills and the Jaguars. Okay. Bills, a 1.5-point favorite on the road. Now, understand this. I want you to notice something. Game 1, game 2, game 3. 3 road favorites. You don't see that a ton in the NFL playoffs. But here we are. Yeah, Michael knows. Municipal, baby. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let me pull up full screen. I know these numbers are tough to see small. All right. Bills 1.5-point favorite. Total of 51.5. Tina said, good morning. Doing good. Dealing well. Thank you, Tina. So glad to hear it. So glad to hear it. Tina had some surgeries over the holiday weekend. She's tough. I love it. Well done, Tina. Shout out Big J as well. All right. 49ers and the Eagles. Okay. So maybe the Eagles didn't want the 3 seed. I don't know. San Francisco at Philly. Philly, a 3.5-point favorite. Total 46.5. It tells me that the Eagles, and their starters sitting in a game that, mattered, in terms of seeding. Tells me that team needed some rest. 49ers could probably use some as well. But they didn't get it. Now, we'll talk about this one because the Eagles are their own animal to deal with in betting. And now you have playoff Eagles. Oh, gosh. That's going to be fun. And then Chargers and the Patriots. Patriots, 3.5-point favorites, total of 46.5. You notice something here? Take a look at that 49ers-Eagles game. Take a look at that Chargers-Patriots game. 3.5-point favorites for the home team and a total of 46.5. What does that mean? So key number 3, the most likely number in NFL games. It's a 3-point league. I said that horribly. I'm sorry. But the books can juice you 2 ways. They can juice you with juice, -115, -135, -1,000. Or they could juice you with a hook on a key number. And let me just tell you right now, in the playoffs, you're going to be seeing that a lot. It's not the juice price that you're going to deal with. It's the hook. Almost every time. So, if you can get these numbers down to 3, I would find a way to do that. I'm not saying that every favorite's going to win. Yeah, Tony says might look at teasing a few games. No doubt. No doubt. Now, this is wild card weekend is kind of like college football playoff. This round can get weird. You got teams with a losing record hosting games, all kinds of wild stuff. But after that, it gets pretty intense, and it's going to be intense in these as well. So what I'm getting at is that Tony's speaking correctly. If you see a game that's going to be tight, you could hit You can hit teasers in multiple ways, man. So keep an eye on it. Remember what we talked about on Saturday. Those two games were real playoff games. And then the scoring died down. So that's what you really want to look for. If you're looking at teasers, you just want to find a tight game because you're playing margins on the spread and the total. So, yeah, Tony, absolutely agree. All right, Chargers and the Patriots here. So, again, Patriots 3.5-point favorite. Total, let's do our math here. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 45. All right, with a field goal. So, you're looking at beyond the 45. Now you're looking at, what is that? What do you need? 7 touchdowns, essentially, to get the over? A little less than that. Who do you think won MVP? Who are you voting for right now? I mean, it's down to Matthew Stafford of the Rams or Drake May of the Patriots. Where are you going? All right, so that's Sunday, and we have a game on Monday. Texans and the Steelers. So again, take a look at that spread. 3.5. They did that on purpose, I assure you. And it's a road team. Yeah. God, this is going to be something. So now we're looking at, like, you know, Rodgers' last game every time. And I'm not saying that, like, pointing at Rodgers is just, it is what it is. It's going to be a storyline, you know, in each game that we go. We'll talk about this game as it gets there. Is Houston? I'm not concerned, but I don't know. Yesterday was weird. Now, not that their game against the Colts means anything to anything. That said, though, I don't. Do we believe in the? And I'm not saying that I fully am all in on the Steelers, even though, again, respect. They went 10-7 with that roster and injuries. I give them respect. That's not easy. And let me say this too, because I've been hard on Aaron Rodgers. That boy is stud, man. This was an impressive season, man. I got to give him respect, like just throughout, man. So, A-Rod, well done, buddy. Yeah, Texans 3.5-point favorites. Total of 39.5. Okay. Now, what you have there is the Texans with the best defense in the league, right? So, and a Steelers team that doesn't necessarily score a ton, but honestly, they kind of do, though. And, I mean, been doing it without DK as well. No doubt. Oh, Kirk, good morning, buddy. Good to see you, man. And yeah, Brian, good call. AB Kirk is here. We asked about Daniels. Yep. Kirk, what do you think, bro? All right. Let me get the picks back here on the screen. All right. Illinois State, Montana State, under 56.5. That is the FCS College Football National Championship tonight. We're going to talk about that game in a second. All right. Knicks money line, Rockets money line, NBA plus 125. Steph Curry over 4.5 threes, minus 110. And then, Kirk, here's the question, bro. So, for Dyson Daniels of the Atlanta Hawks in the NBA, Kirk dropped in the chat yesterday, take him over 11.5 assists and rebounds. So, shout out to anyone who jumped on that. Well done. Now, this morning, prices, or the bet has risen by 1. So, Kirk, I say this as, and again, not putting pressure on Kirk. That's not the point. And let me say this. Anyone in this chat who ever drops a pick, like, I don't want you to feel the pressure of it. I don't want you to feel the pressure of, like, the whole show is banking on you. You know what I mean? Now, bring it as you do. But, all right, with any of these and with anyone, bring it to me, all right? No criticism, no stress on anybody in the crew. That's what I'm here for. Bring that to me. But I do love the way Kirk gets down. You know what I mean? So I put it up there because it's all of us together, baby. So Dyson Daniels, yeah, let's take a look. And Addison, no doubt. Gotta give love. Absolutely smoked it, man. Yeah. Addison, that was huge, man. Yesterday, and been doing it. Well done. No doubt. And Addison, absolutely, like that's absolutely deserved. You should have even had to send cough. I should have been on it. You're right. You absolutely smoked it, man. Kirk, hold on. Let me pull it up. But I think he's hit over 14 and a half lately. Give me a minute. Take your time. And again, not putting the pressure on it. Just love the, like, I love the look. And you've been smoking picks. You know what I mean? So just giving love there. So, all right, yes or no. And again, and that's not just to Kirk. If anybody else has any thoughts on it, please bring them in, baby. You know what I mean? It's all of us together for real. So there we go. All right. AB3, and we'll break college basketball and the NBA down right after this. Michigan State against USC, Ohio State against Nebraska, and the New York Knicks on the road against the Detroit Pistons. Put those three together plus 228. What do you think? Matty Boy said, trust me, AB, you don't want my thoughts on it. You're funny, dude. All right. Okay. Let's see. What do we have? Just a grab bag of sports. FCS championship tonight. All right. Look at that. Let's go. Illinois State, Montana State. Montana State minus 10. Total of 56 and a half. Now, we've seen in the chat, and rightfully so, Montana State minus 10. Everybody's feeling it. And again, I'm going the under. Championship game. Brian, no. That'd be fun, though. Addison, yeah. Big money and non-TD incentives seem to be better bets. No doubt. No doubt. All right, so I'm going with the under. Now, again, yeah, Zach. Hey, DTL live from the FCS championship. Let's go. Yeah. All right. So if we've got a potential for a blowout and it's a championship game, I mean, these two teams can play. I'm not, trust me, do not let me even hint that I'm an expert on either of these teams. I wouldn't front like that. I'm not. But I do know Montana State is a problem. And if you want to just like not overthink it, yeah. I'm going with the under, though. I think we have a tight little game, but I'm going to bank on scoring. What do you guys think? Matt said, Emery said, take the points. Ooh. Shout out to Emery. Oh, by the way, anybody that goes back to the CBS days, Allie O'Neill, I got to talk to her yesterday. Man, so good. I just want to give a big shout out to Allie. All right. Anybody that remembers Allie, knows Allie, follows Allie. Anybody that doesn't, do it. She's the best. Love her. So shout out to Allie. Oh, so good to talk to you. Miss you. Hope you had a great time at the NFL game. She's the best, man. She's awesome. So, yep. Shout out to Allie. No doubt. No doubt. And everybody make sure to follow Allie Sports. Yeah. All right. So, Amanda was good to talk to her. She's just cool, man. She's the best. All right. College basketball. What are we looking at? Nebraska and Ohio State. Randall says, I'm about as good as I can for having a broken pelvis. Yeah, shout out to Randall. That's no joke. My man going through it right now. And still going to work. Hey, I'm telling you, man, shout out to Randall. Dude's a grinder. No doubt. All right, Nebraska. They're also grinders. Look at them. 14-0, Hoss. 3-0 already in the conference. But Ohio State's pretty good too. 10-3, 2-1 the Big Ten. Now, here's the deal with this game. All right. Knock on wood, because I love Nebraska, and it's hard to break this game down of what I think without jinxing them. So I give that preamble to say this. At some point, Nebraska. I don't know, man. We're going to find out. So I tried to say that. Look, man, I'm a baseball dude through and through. There are things that you just don't say, and I'm not going to say it because I love Nebraska. But Ohio State here, man. What do you think? Now, USC, Michigan State. Michigan State, 11.5-point favorites. Total of 151.5. Remember, we just bet on Michigan State plus 2.5 against Nebraska. We got that bet, luckily. Nebraska won by 2. But yeah, like Nebraska's no joke, man. This team is good. All right, so Michigan State play. The thought process here is playing them on the rebound, right? Bounce back. Not that they played bad, like at all. You know what I mean? Nebraska's just really good. And it was, in Lincoln. But yeah. So that's the thought process. But I mean, look at USC. 12-2. Now they're 1-2 in the Big Ten. Keep an eye on that. And let me say, for any college basketball, like, we're now getting into conference play. So you're going to see teams that have records and you're like 13-1, and they start the conference like 1-3. Check the strength of schedule. And I'm not coming at anybody. I'm just saying, like, records right now can be deceiving. So things will start to even themselves out. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're going to find out about SC. But Michigan State, I mean, they've already been tested like 1,000 times already because it's Michigan State, man. Credit to them. Absolute respect to the program. They schedule tough, play tough. It's Tom Izzo. You know what you're going to get. But 11.5, it's a big number. Total 151 and a half we have here. All right, the NBA. Just a grab bag of sports today. All right, Knicks and the Pistons. All right, so we got the Knicks on the money line here. This is going to be a heck of a game. And again, Pistons plus 2.5 might not be a bad look. You know what I mean? Let me get the picks back up here, then let's go through the NBA, because I know we had a lot of people that just came in, and I want to get those up, and we'll keep going about it. All right, Illinois State, Montana State, college football. Under 56.5. Knicks money line, Rockets money line plus 125. Steph Curry over 4.5 threes minus 110. And then Dyson Daniels of the Hawks over 12.5 assists plus rebounds minus 105. Kirk says, AB, I just put his stats a minute ago. Bring it up on screen. I would definitely play 12.5, and it might go back to a juice 11.5 by game time. Kirk, I love you. There you go. So essentially, I'm in. Let's go. But if you're somebody who wants to wait, looking at what Kirk said that last part, yeah, might drop down. So if you want to, pay a little juice, but get that number down, might be a look. Kirk, thank you, bro. You are the best. Appreciate that. All right, now, AB3. So we were just talking about Michigan State, USC. All right, so Michigan State's our anchor here in this parlay. Now, again, we never confirm anything. Ohio State money line against Nebraska. Quite frankly, you could go Nebraska if you wanted to. Knicks money line against the Pistons. Again, you could flip that and go with the Pistons if you wanted. But 3 of them right there, plus 228. See if we can hit a little parlay today. I mean, it's a parlay for a reason, but yeah, we're going to find out. All right, let's get back to the NBA here. All right, Knicks and the Pistons, like we said. Knicks, 2.5-point favorites on the road. Total of 232.5. Bulls and the Celtics. Celtics, 11.5-point favorites. Total of 235.5. Ice, Jordan Clarkson, over 8.5 points and assists, minus 109. Let me star that. Thank you, sir. Hawks and the Raptors. So Dyson Daniels here, Atlanta Hawks. Raptors, 3.5-point favorites, total of 234.5. Again, let's go, Dyson. Great name. Suns and the Rockets. We're on the Rockets money line here. Pretty good game. Always go to, when you see a Houston Rockets game, go to the total. They play a lot like Houston college basketball. They don't necessarily score a ton. They could just choke you out. Hornets and the Thunder. Look at this. Thunder, 15.5-point favorites. Total 234.5. They're 30-6. And weirdly enough, like you're kind of like, quote unquote, getting OKC on the rebound, right? Which makes it even more impressive on that 30-6. Hornets 12-23 on the year, 5-13 on the road. Liddy from Big Cheesy, Tumani Kamara over 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists, minus 110. 2-unit play of the day. Boom. Let go. Shout out to Big Cheese. Ice, Zachary Risaker over 12.5 points and rebounds, minus 125, going back to well. Let's go, bro. Let me start that one. Good call. Nuggets of the 76ers. Man, life changes for Denver when there's no Jokic, huh? 76ers, 11.5-point favorites, total of 230.5. Warriors and the Clippers tonight. So we're on Steph here. Look, I think the Warriors need a little bit of just a little bit of a big shooting night. Clippers are favored here. 1.5-point favorites, 225.5 total. Man. We got to get the volume with Steph tonight. It hasn't been easy hitting Steph Curry threes. He can be 2 for 9. He can be 6 for 7. I mean, we've been betting Steph for a long time, right? But we need the volume of shots getting up tonight. Johnny Boy Thunder on back-to-back after a loss to Matty Boy Suns. There we go. Good stat there. Cody, AB, morning. Sorry I'm late. Just attended a donor walk here at my work. Nice job, man. Crew, I can't tell you all enough how important this is. Enjoy your life, but also please be an organ donor if able. It saves so many. Cody, that's an excellent statement right there. And I agree with that, man. And I'm an organ donor myself. So I agree, Cody. Nice job. Yeah, the NBA Ice Pack said, sorry, I know off topic. Bro, let me say, on this show, nothing is off topic, ever. That's a good point. We can all learn from that and help. Absolutely. And not that everybody, you don't have to do it, but if we get one person, nice job. I like it. All right, Jazz and the Trailblazers. Trailblazers minus 5.5, total 242.5. I don't have anything on this one. If we have any Jazz or Trailblazer enthusiasts in the crew, let me know. But yeah, right above, come on, Steph. Come on, baby. All right, what do we have here next? We just got a grab bag of sports. I've said that like 8 times. My bad. Lots of kids this weekend due to gun violence under 18. Lives gone. Over an arm. It's just hard for kids out today. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Frightening. All right, college football. So let's set up what we have here. So we talked about the NFL. Okay, we're playing the NFL 2 games on Saturday, 3 games on Sunday, 1 game on Monday. Okay. Now, we're down to the semifinals of college football playoff. Oregon and Indiana, Ole Miss and Miami. So what do we have here? We have 1 game on Thursday. We have 1 game on Friday. So let me set this up again. Okay. Your week in football. All right. Thursday, it starts. College football playoff, Miami and Ole Miss. Then we go to Friday, Oregon and Indiana. And then Saturday, we have 2 NFL games. Sunday, we have 3. And Monday, we have 1. So Thursday, Friday, college football. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the NFL. So that's our week right there. Now, we're going to talk about these games here, but got to say this and highlight it out. Mario, a member for 12 months. A year, bro. Thank you, man. It means the world. Shout out to Matty Ice and all the cappers in the chat. Best damn crew in the business. Absolutely. Shout out to Matty Ice and all the cappers in the chat. They are the best crew in the business. I agree. I love it, man. Well done. Ice, well done, big dog. Mario, thank you, man. All right, so Thursday, Miami and Ole Miss. And again, we got time to set the table here. Live. Look at this. Glendale, Arizona. Shout out to all of our folks out there in Arizona. Love y'all. Miami, a 3.5-point favorite against Ole Miss. Total of 51.5. So this is kind of like the dream season game, right? Kind of stinks that one of these teams has to get eliminated. Big Tony, how we feeling? Miami takes down Ole Miss. It goes home for the championship. That's right. It's in Miami. Oh, Johnny Boy, good point. We all eat Chick-fil-A during the Peach Bowl. Yes. All right. So, again, we'll break down the game. I just want to set it up. Miami Thursday, 3.5-point. Again, you notice that 3.5. All right. Notice that and keep that like in your brain forever. That 3.5, the books absolutely do that on purpose. Every time. Friday, Oregon, Indiana. Where you going here? So, good point made in the chat by Johnny Boy. The Peach Bowl, live from Atlanta, Georgia. And Chick-fil-A's open. Yep. Y'all got to work. Indiana, a 4-point favorite. Total of 46.5. So what are we looking at points-wise? 51.5 here. 46.5 here. Cody, so crazy, AB. Is the wrong team favored here? Do you like this number, 3.5 Canes? That's what makes it so difficult. It's like, how do you bet against either one of them? You know? It's tough. I got to do some more breakdown. This game is brutally difficult. Peaches sound good. I love peaches. Georgia peaches. Yeah, Cody said, who would have thought this would be the last 4? I know, right? I know. It's tough, man. Yeah, so Indiana, 4-point favorite over Oregon. Oregon just laid a hammer on Texas Tech. That was, yeah. Millions of peaches. Peaches for me. Shout out to Presidents of the United States of America. Excellent band. Tina, nice reference there. Yeah, so we have time. Yep, Matty Boy. Shout out to the Presidents of the United States of America and their grunge anthem, Peaches. Yep. Yeah. No doubt. All right, so that's what we have, man. Hold on. Okay, so we were talking about college football, NFL, playoffs, setting it up with wrestlers. All right, we're going to do this. But let's continue what we have here in college football. Chris Jericho taking on Stone Cold. The lion tamer himself. Can he take down the Texas rattlesnake who's angry? And then look at this matchup down here. Double J, Jeff Jarrett, the Stroke, taking on the bad guy, Razor Ramon. And if Razor wins one more, it's a home game. Maddie said Jeff Jarrett with the guitar shot. Slat nuts. Double J. Cody said, give me a hell yeah. Son of a gun is tougher than $2 steak. Yeah, he is. I love that phrase too. All right, so yeah, we got to set this up with the NFL. So this is what we're down to, man. Look who got taken out last round. The Undertaker, gone. Ric Flair, gone. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, gone. And the Hulkster. Oh, my goodness. This has been one heck of a tournament. Blade said Stone Cold versus Razor, WrestleMania. Oh, yeah. You know, that'd be a heck of a match right there. I love it. All right. Let me get the picks back up here. We'll bounce out of here. We'll be live today at 3 p.m. Eastern. So usually on Monday nights we have a Monday night NFL show, but we don't have that now. So we're gonna figure it out together. All right, we have to kind of rearrange our schedules here. So yeah, we'll be live today at 3 p.m. Eastern. And Pix asked an excellent question, which everyone else has asked too. How did Jeff Jarrett get so far? The Stroke, baby. That's how he got. He got the promotion behind him. All right, let me get the picks. Yeah, like I said, we'll be live today at 3 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, again, we got to figure out our week now. So we're gonna have to do some schedule rearranging now that football and all that's kind of coming to an end. All right, Illinois State, Montana State under 56.5 minus 115. Knicks money line, Rockets money line plus 125. Steph Curry over 4.5 threes minus 110. Dyson Daniels over 12.5 assists and rebounds minus 105. Then the AB3, Michigan State college basketball money line, Ohio State college basketball money line, and then the Knicks NBA money line against the Pistons. Those three together plus 228. Johnny Boy, we need a college basketball show one night a week. I agree with that. What would be the best day? Tuesday? So the crew exclusive, like we'll leave it at Wednesday for right now. Like we can adjust as we need to. But I agree with that. We do need a college basketball show. You know, and we need to work the NBA into that too. Because the NBA is really difficult. I mean, we're live 10 a.m. Eastern every morning. And yeah, we probably need to do NBA as well. Because the closer that we can get to tip off, the better we're going to have like injury reports and all that. All right. Sorry, I'm just talking out loud. It's a great point by Johnny Boy. All right. Yeah, this is really entertaining. I know people will love taking notes diligently on television. Yeah. All right. College basketball, NBA. Okay, perfect. All right. So we'll be live 3 p.m. Eastern today. And yeah, Kirk, Spurs play Memphis tomorrow, AB. Ooh. Super Tuesday is the thing, right? Yes, sir. Pogo said, AB puts that note as number 2 after number 1. Buy Cheetos. Yes. You're right. Kirk said, I'm off work this week. I'll look for more props. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate that. No doubt. And Cody, crew, let's have a great day. Be kind, be smart, work hard, and love each other. We only get one shot at life. Let's make this a difference. Bingo. And we're going to end it on that, Cody. I couldn't have said anything better. All right. Everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. We'll be live today, 3 p.m. Eastern. But till then, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets, and we'll see you soon. Thanks. Who's got it better than us? Nobody.